How you going, people? And the boys in blue earning the hate. How did we get here?
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Absolutely outrageous use of force. Somebody should go to prison. The guy getting bit is not a good guy. It's not about him. It's about government and accountability. Earning the hate. Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. So in this video, this guy evidently is accused by his girlfriend, who will drop the charges later, of domestic violence. Supposedly he hit her or punched her. He left. So the cops show up and he pulls by the scene. And when he gets there, the cops say, get out of the car. And he's drunk and he don't want to get out of the car. And so they put a spike strip under his tire and he drives off. And there's a 6 or 13 mile police chase. And all these cops are getting their first pursuit or just love chasing, or, you know, we need 14 different police units with 20 cops chasing one guy who is drunk driving. He's going fast. He's endangering the public, but only because they're chasing him. They knew who he was. He left the scene once and drove back. Didn't kill or hurt anybody. But when 20 cops are chasing him, now all of a sudden everything's justified. So you'll see in the video when he gets out of the pursuit, he walks over here and pretty much gives up. He tries to run, but the cops are so jacked up on their ego being damaged that they all want to use their toys. So everybody has to have a taser. They have to bring the dog in. The cops have to stop kicking him in the head and punching him in the face and move back for officer safety so they can literally pick the dog up and put his mouth on the guy and have him bite him. And then they go back to kicking and hitting him in the face. This is so unreasonable, so unnecessary. And there'll be idiots saying, back to blue. They'll be saying what a bad guy. This is not about this guy being bad. This is about, they had him. He was outnumbered. He was on the ground. They had plenty of force to take him into custody with minimum force necessary, not dog bites being carried over and kicks to the head when you have this many officers to hold a guy down. Absolutely outrageous. Here we go.
Hey! Show
Okay. As you notice here, he's stopping. There's a fence. He can't go anywhere. Throws his hands up. Complying. Now they're going to say he didn't comply a bunch of times because they want to beat him up for contempt of cop. They want to show him, if you run from us, we're bringing an ass whipping. We're going to beat you up. We can't get charged. We don't get to beat up people as much as we'd like because we're all freaking psychopath, ego, little dick, you know, boys in blue, back to blue. We're all perfect. And any chance we get to abuse our authority when you can't do anything about it, well, we're all tough guys. 20 cops, one guy, his hands are up right here.
Get out of the ground! Get out of the ground! Keep your head moved! Get out of the ground! Get out of the ground! Keep your head!
Tase him. Cop goes hands on. He's on the ground. Granted, he doesn't put his hands behind his back. He's still rolling around. You got plenty of cops there. Either disengage him, hold him at gunpoint, disengage, and let the taser work. But to kick him and beat him and then move away just so the dog can attack? Outrageous.
Don't you fucking move! Don't fucking move!
So, of course, the media, whoever puts this out, is going to put, oh, Mr. Young disregarded at least 23 commands. Well, when you have 20 officers yelling a bunch of commands, it's easy to say he disregarded them. That's easy to say. Prove that he heard them and that he intentionally disregarded. He wasn't in fear of his life because he had 20 crazed boys in blue with guns, dogs, tasers, and guns yelling at him, trying to kill him. Prove that he was disregarding commands and not just scared shitless.
Hand, motherfucker! Watch out, watch out! He's got the dog, watch out! Hey, give it!
So they're punching and hitting him. You have 4 or 5 officers. The cop literally has to pick the dog up and carry him to have a bite. This guy should go to prison. This is absolutely excessive and unnecessary force. It's deadly force. Cops are shooting dogs every day because they claim they're in fear of their life because the Chihuahua sniffed them. And they shoot and kill people trying to shoot dogs because they're pussies and scared of their life. And now you have 20 cops, 5 of them holding a guy, kicking him in the head, and he picks the dog up and brings him over to bite. Outrageous.
Get him in there. Get him in there. Fight him. Stop fucking with this.
Get him in there. Get him in there. Oh, shit. Wrong button.
We're fighting. We're trying to get him in custody. Stop fucking with this. Oh, my God. Oh, my.
He's on the ground. All these cops standing around. And the guy's lifting the dog to kill him or to bite him. Punching him in the head. Dog at his feet. Cops over here. Tasers. Yeah, this guy's really scary. Rick, you don't understand. Being a police officer is very scary, and it's very tough, and we're always scared, and we're risking our lives to serve you pesky citizens, and you should back the blue. This is why more and more good people are hating you bullies in blue, you punk-ass ego maniacs, cowards who wouldn't do this one-on-one. But you're empowered when you have dog, guns, tasers, and 14 buddies in blue. Absolutely pathetic.
Taser! 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 Oh! Stop resisting! Taser! 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 Oh!
2 different tasers. Hit him.
We're fighting. We're trying to get him in custody.
They're fighting with him, trying to get it. They are not trying to get this guy in cuffs. They're trying to use the dog and tasers and kick and punch. Don't want to point out this guy with his head.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Did you see this guy throwing multiple punches? This might be another black man hitting a black man, so it's probably okay. Let's see. Punch, 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 punch. Picking him up to place the dog on his leg just to bite him. And all the cops who were saying they were in fear of their safety backed away so they could intentionally let a dog chew on them. Meanwhile, every one of these pussies would shoot a freaking 3-legged poodle claiming they're in fear of their life and they had to shoot and kill the dog. It's just pathetic.
Oh! Stop! Behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Oh! Stop!
Nobody wants his hands behind his back. Not one person can put their hands behind their back. When I went through taser training and you had to get tased with a taser, nobody was yelling, see if you can put your hands behind your back while you're falling on the ground, because you can't. And yet they yell this so they can get in court and go, oh, it was very rapidly. If you listen to the chief, there's a bigger chief interview where this chief is like, it's so scary when somebody runs and you know they've hit a woman and he's endangered the public by driving 90 miles an hour. Well, you fucking idiots were going 100 miles an hour chasing him. But you weren't endangering the public. Only he was. It's just so ridiculous.
Here's your fucking hand! Oh! Motherfucker! You just fucking kicked him in the head! Behind your back! Get him!
Get him, get him, get him. That's probably the supervisor or another pussy who won't put his hands on him. And he's pushing another cop from the back saying, get him, get him, get him. Notice he's using his hand to push him on the guy when he yells, get him, get him, get him.
Motherfucker! You just fucking kicked him in the head! Behind your back! Get
him. Yeah. The bald guy. He'll get him. Get him. Sick the bald dog on him. The bald guy.
Piece of shit! Motherfucker! Okay. Oh my God! What the fuck up, dude? You guys good? You're good? We're good.
Are you good? 20 cops there. He lifts the dog and carries him in to bite, and they ask if he's good. How do you guys look at yourself in a mirror and say that I'm a man or I have honor or integrity, or that this was needed and I should be proud that I'm a part of an organization that thinks this is okay? Just sickening.
You got kicked in the face. We got this.
Bald.
Ready? Stand up. Alright. I don't got none.
Bald.
Let's just make sure he didn't throw anything.
Yeah, let's make sure he didn't throw anything, because we're were so professional. I mean, the whole purpose of this was to, get him into custody with minimum force necessary per the law that's never enforced. And you wonder why people don't care when they hear about cops getting shot.
Body cam video of the takedown of Gary Young by Sterling Heights police after officers tased him following a 13-mile high-speed chase on February 25th. The video shows an officer punching Young in the head repeatedly before another officer puts the canine to work, while that canine is biting Young from behind.
Put the canine to work. That's not why you have canines, to put them to work. Whatever.
You can hear officers instructing Young to put his hands behind his back. During that time, police say Young kicks an officer in the face. One of the officers then responds.
Maybe he was kicking from the pain of the dog chewing on him. No, Rick. You can't kick a police officer no matter what they do. They are God, and you must bow down. And if they get hurt or trip, it's your fault, and you must pay. Outrageous.
With punches and a kick to Young's head. Police say Young suffered minor injuries during the arrest. This afternoon, I asked the Sterling Heights police chief about his thoughts on the use of force by his officers.
Whenever police use force, it always looks bad. It always looks.
No, it doesn't. I used force many times. It didn't look bad. I grab someone's wrist, tell them to put their hands behind their back, and they resist. They pull away. I do a twist lock, and I go, dude, don't do that. And another officer grabs his arm, and we put it behind his back, and we arrest him. It doesn't always look bad. This cop's a piece of shit. Rick, you just don't like white people. This ain't about black or white. It's about government out of control, lying and abusing their authority and abusing people.
Bad. Whether it's a takedown, a strike, a punch, the use of a canine in the situation, it never looks good. So
I can't believe he's even okay with this. I mean, his response should be, I am appalled at the number of officers there and that nobody, not one supervisor, had the balls to stand up and say, hey, we have enough officers. Everybody shut up. Talk to the guy. Give him a chance to comply. We don't need the dog. We have plenty of officers. I'm appalled that my officers were such pussies that they did this to an unarmed guy on the ground after they punched and kicked him. This is outlandish behavior, and I hope my officers go to prison. That's what he should be saying, but he won't. And the boys in blue will be here telling me how I'm the bad guy, and I wasn't a real cop because I don't support the boys in blue doing this shit.
Use of force are judged by state law, federal law.
2 officers are on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. The Sterling Heights Police Department is conducting their own investigation. The Macomb County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, they're conducting their own investigation. You've already got the chief on there defending it. You think the investigation is going to find anything different than the chief wants? For those that don't know, IA works for the chief, or the chief appoints and hires IA, and they fire IA. And if they don't like the results of what IA gives them, the chief gives it back to IA and tells them to change it. I don't like this wording. It makes the department look bad. I don't like that this statement is in here. It makes us look bad, and there's no reason for it to be in here. Remove it. For those that don't know how IAs work, that's how they work. Outrageous, earning the hate. Someday the wolf's gonna come home and party. We'll end it there.